what we got to play was expanded thing that was at expanded version of Devil May Cry that was at TGS last year. It was like that level with a bunch of like added gameplay.
Well, with that other level tacked onto the end of it, that snow level is the original E3 video that they showed. But
right. The first time you ever saw it, you saw this snowy thing, and you're like, oh, what the hell?
Dante standing there, yeah.
Right.
Was it Dante or was it Nero?
No, it was Dante. At that point, it was Dante.
You know what? That whole distinction seems so silly to me because it's like a dude in a trench coat with a sword and guns. It's like, okay, whatever. He's a cool guy running around in a trench coat.
The name and the character is much less important to me than the fact that his gameplay is slightly different, but it's different in a way that makes me like the game more than the old Devil May Cry. There's a thing where you can rev up your sword to like give it more power, and the like rhythm of holding down L2 and
it is like a rhythm. You get in and it fills up and then it starts to like go on fire, and you can be doing that while you're doing like other crap. So it really is like a skill.
That makes it more fun for me.
The thing that I love the most about the demo is that hand. Go down. Get lost. One of the guys on the teams is like one of the, just ridiculously awesome player, and he was jumping up, grabbing guys from the ground, throwing them up, hitting them, shooting them down. Then they bounce off the ground. He's grabbing them again, doing the same thing. He was like grabbing them, spinning them around, throwing them. I thought it was cool. It kind of reminded me of the hook shot because you use it outside of combat you use it to grab items or as like a grapple hook to get to other areas.
Admittedly, but I think it would be a better mechanic if it wasn't like go stand on blue, circle and then auto use it. There's no good puzzles to be solved from what we saw using that technique.
Right, but even like, it's mainly a combat mechanic. I just think it's cool that it's used in other ways outside of combat.
Combat even feels a little better to me than the previous Devil May Cries, and I don't know if it's me tripping or whatever, but like even God of War does this really well, where like if you're doing a powerful strike, there's like a little bit of a pause, like right when the blade hits and then slices through, and it makes it feel like more dramatic and intense.
It has some weight. Your moves have some weight to them. Like, when you're like lining up for a big strike, you feel like that.
Well, and when you get hit, it's like anime style, he like slides back on his back feet.
That's the difference of having a game at 60 frames, that you wouldn't notice that little things if it wasn't moving that fast.
Not only 60 frames, but it's like it gives you some of the things that I think people want out of having a rumble in a game, like God of War has that. Like when we've seen footage on the internet of like 2 Human and it feels like it doesn't have that, you know what I mean? It's like there's certain games get it and certain don't. It's the subtlety of that interaction with you and the enemy and your blades. Like
it's kind of funny you say that because I did not miss rumble whatsoever while playing that demo. I didn't even really think about it.
Fire's bad for the complexion. I burn easily. Never tan.
The boss fight's the best use of it.
You got this big fire-breathing dude, and you're whack at him. You finally get him to like kind of cool down. And you just like throw him up in the air with your hand, like slam him down by the head, and make it like repeat it if you're fast enough.
Punch him and he flies away, and we were all like cheering and shit. We were totally into it.
That's when I was officially sold on it, like on the way the game moved and the way the game played and the way it looked.
The amount of detail on his body and the way the flames look and the fact that he's breaking through houses to like
little things. Like when every single time he steps, like you see fire come off his feet. It was like those little graphical details.
Not even just the graphics. He has sort of these patterns and things that you learn. But it's also, even once you know it, it's still a skill. It's kind of old school in that way. He's the only guy that can smash the houses to get health orbs, and so you have to position him so it's like, oh shit, I'm low on health. I'm gonna move over here. He's gonna swing a sword and smash a house, and I'll dodge and get the
You know,
health.
it's weird. The whole time we were playing that level, I was like, all right, where's the quick time event? It felt weird, but it felt good. It's like, I need a break from that stuff. I'm tired of like XBA, whatever, you know.
Don't ask. Damn thing drives me crazy, though.
Just like he was.
And he would be...
Going back to what's the difference with him and Dante, he has a thing where he, you know, it's like the styles in Devil May Cry 3, but he can switch between them on the fly. And so supposedly we were talking to like the people from Capcom, and they were saying like, to see that guy, that Japanese player that was so good at him, yeah, it's impressive to see him play as what, Nero,
yeah.
But to see him play as Dante, that's when it's really fucking crazy, because he's like, you know, he's gunslinger style, shooting a guy up and then jumping up and in the air, changing styles. That's, I guess, even further like depth. The gameplay really seems as deep as it was in like Devil May Cry 3.
I actually been one of the guys saying like, that's Devil May Cry 4, like that's next gen Devil May Cry, and
Because you felt like it was just a higher
yeah, I
res.
just thought it was like a high res like Devil May Cry 3, and I saw the screenshots and saw some videos from like TGS and stuff, and I'm like, I'm just not sold on it. But then we played it, and I like completely changed my mind. Finally, when I saw the game, I was able to get the controller and play it, and see it move at 60 frames, and see little nuances in their animations. I was like, this is really looking good.
When I came to this world 2,000 years ago, there was no such human as the likes of you.
Want to make it another 2,000?
Slam him down, pick him up, you're always at the ground, like, whirl him around, toss him away, whirl him around, toss him into Brian,
I don't
and
know.
scene.
Like when I said that this game looks like a Dreamcast game, that was back at TGS when I first saw it, and I've since, you know, slightly recanted that. I think it now looks like an Xbox One game. Like I said, the art is very good. It's very crisp and high res, as you'd expect from a 360 game. But in terms of actual like polygons on the screen, it doesn't look as good as Blue Dragon. In the same league as Blue Dragon.
There's so much more to graphics than the number of polygons, and in terms of style, in terms of just like general beauty, it completely blows away Blue Dragon. It has such gorgeous color, such excellent depth of field. I would put this way ahead of Blue Dragon, whereas Eternal Sonata has a much more, it just feels more designed. Blue Dragon feels very sparse.
Because the art is very good here, but as I said, like the art in Baten Kaito's Origins, which is by the same team, also very good. You know, it was all just flat backgrounds.
Yeah, but that was all right. That was all pre-rendered.
Right, but you do get the same colors, and you know, it's very similar style to that. But in terms of the actual like what's being drawn here, it doesn't impress me. I think this is one of those cute little B-level RPGs. We see a lot of coming out of Japan, and they're good games, and there's a lot to it, but it isn't the AAA blockbuster that's going to appeal to a wide audience. This isn't going to bring new people into the RPG fold.
I think
ever.
people who actually play the game will probably enjoy it, RPG fans especially. But I like that it kind of mixes up a lot of ideas from good RPGs. The battle system reminds me a lot of Grandia.
I like the battle system, and I like the shadow thing. It's you know, it doesn't really
Yeah, the light
come into play
shadow-
that much, but it's cool just to have different attacks if you're standing in light or shadow.
Darkness, illuminate my form for all! Shadow Disappear through iron! Rapid shooter!
Something that's also really cool that I kind of noticed is that as you battle through and you gain levels up, your party gains levels. And when you have a higher party level, that means you have less time in which to act, but at the same time there's a trade-off in which you have like more skills available at the same time, more items available, and you can set your party level, so it's kind of like choosing a strategic difficulty.
This game is going to be really easy because it's one of those games where all your skills, there's no pool for that besides your action points.
Well, based on some of the battles I've seen, what happens is as you attack and don't use special moves, you build up echoes, and your attack becomes stronger, and you can pull off chain combos once it reaches a certain point. So if you take every turn and finish it with a special action, you'll inflict a good amount of damage every time, but you won't really be able to max it out. So there is kind of a strategic, give and take. Should I go for the straightforward attacks and then, wait on the special actions until I build up echoes and do really great massive group combo attacks? Or should I just, spam special actions every time I move?
Yeah, but the storyline, a little bit far-fetched. Because when you start bringing in real people to a game like this, because this is based on a composer Chopin, his life, and it's pretty fanciful take.
It's not really about Chopin. He's like dying and having a fever dream, and the fever dream has nothing whatsoever to do with Chopin. It's about like an evil count who's poisoning people with mineral powder, and your musically named people who are trying to stop him with a rebellion.
You learn about Chopin's life. Like there's little cutscenes throughout the game where there's like his pieces of music placed against like little blurbs about his life, like what's going on in his life during the time he composed that piece.
Do those have anything to do with the gameplay, or are they just kind of like, here's your infographic for the chapter?
On like the rest of the music stuff. Like the music stuff is kind of like a theme in the game, and you would think it would have like a lot of music-based minigames or battle, whatever.
That
but
one
there
little
isn't.
music-based collection minigame, but it seems very limited. It's just like you're trying to find these pieces of score. And
Right.
like,
If you don't know how to read music, you're totally screwed.
Yeah.
You're like
the most
totally
hardcore
screwed.
music minigame I've seen since Super Mario RPG, where you had to do like the jumping across the notes thing, whatever that was. That was really complicated. And this is even worse because, yeah, like Alice says, you have to know how to read music to make this minigame work. And that's kind of disappointing, because if a game is going to be about Chopin, I would expect for there to be like a huge element of music to the game. And even though there is some kind of like timing in battle, it doesn't have anything to do with rhythm or melody. It's just about like the enemy is going to attack, an icon appears, and you can guard.
But yeah, I feel it's a cute little game. I'm definitely interested in it. I'm going to play it. But people expecting like a AAA, like mind-bending RPG, I think you should dial down expectations a little bit.
It's basically, like you said, a second-tier RPG, and it's going to be very fulfilling for the people who like that kind of game.
Hey, just come here a second.
Huh? Well, what is it?
Now stand right there. Aha! See? I knew it. Just like I said before, I am taller than you. Ha ha!
What are you talking about? You're only taller because you have a hat on. That's not fair.
Come on, we gotta hurry.
Aw, jeez.
It's really funny when people considered like games 14 years ago.
I was just reading your New York newspaper.
It's just like watching my stories. Look at that cell
I
phone.
trust
That's
you'll
awesome.
do whatever is necessary to keep.
I'm calling from my bag phone.
Ms.
You'll never guess where I'm calling from.
In check. This interference is the last thing that we
Crack
need
busts bring results.
right now.
I'll take care of it.
I don't think we've actually started playing.
All right, start playing.
The word was like the attract reel. Oh shit!
Whoa!
This looks pretty
whoa.
fucking good.
Crap, this is a good game.
It's Mo51.
Let me check out my dots and.
That's a pretty sweet ass Datsun you got.
All right, let's go somewhere.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm ready.
Where's the fun?
Let's go to computer.
Good to see you, Jock. I'll bet you have some questions.
Good to see you, Jack.
That's what nerds always say to
We
you,
have a
Sean,
lot
baby,
of
when you walk in.
questions. Good to see you, Jock. I remember you from high school.
Okay, hotshot. You called. I came.
You called. I came.
So tell me what's going on. I'll show you.
Wow, the mood's really changed.
I bet you will.
Oh,
I've been poking around the internet, and I tell you, man, sometimes I just come across the damnedest things. I ran across this scrambled message, which I decrypted partly. Check it out.
There's some sexual tension here.
This is young Bob Saget's greatest work. What the fuck?
Oh, I like you got that on the internet?
I think you should have like, you got the internet? You got the internet?
Holy shit.
This was 1993. It was still pretty
You got that on the internet?
People communicate on the internet. Business, politics, sex.
They are so about to do it.
Sometimes I eavesdrop.
I think we should do
The other day,
a
I tapped
shot-for-shot
into the
reenactment
newspaper,
of the
I noticed
scene.
that
Exactly. With our dicks out.
Anyway, there
It'll be
was
just
some
the same.
encrypted messages, just like the one I showed
What's
you
up,
about
Jack?
Lara.
I'm here to fuck you in the ass.
What it's worth.
All right, we've got
Get the internet
some
address.
pretty valuable intel.
Hey, I heard about the internets. Ready to do the gay sex now?
Let's see where we can go now. Oh, the bar.
Whoa, okay, let's go to Bull's Bar. I like that this bar is called Bar None, and it's a picture of a nun. Like no nuns allowed in this bar.
It's a real bar. It's famous.
That's like 18 levels of fun.
Whoa, whoa,
Here we go.
Whoa!
Yes.
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 Whoa!
All right.
Hooray. Bravo, PG stripper.
I bet a nun would be pretty surprised if she
Is that it?
actually walked in here.
Yeah. She's like, wait, this is debauchery? This is the stuff I've been avoiding my whole. This is bullshit. Hey boy, get out of my way. Trying to watch Bobcat Goldthwait.
I think you should put that down south.
Yeah. Oh, what, a guy can't just sit in a bar and watch a fully clothed stripper with a mouth for his crotch? Fuck you. All right, well, I'm glad you're tickling the balls, stranger. I've got to tell you, I'm really warming up to you.
Wow.
You're looking for trouble, pal. You come to the right place.
My crotch.
What I gotta do to a fucking guy? Here we go.
Yeah, I'd appreciate if you didn't mess with my nipples while I'm working.
Is that George Carlin?
You gonna stand around gawking, or are you gonna buy a drink?
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah, put some.
Now we're talking.
Oh, good.
Buy your drink.
Nice.
Buy a drink?
What's it like being a 4?
Class act.
2 Schlitz ices.
115 bucks.
Did you say 115 bucks?
115 bucks?
I'd say
Yeah, run a tab. We're gonna have to buy this slut a few more.
What's a girl like? What's a slutty whore like you?
'Cause we look cheap in front of her.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's a classy lady. We gotta like impress her with our money.
She's gonna love this line. Yeah, she's never heard this.
Doing nice face like this.
Oh, that's charming.
Hey, I'm just kidding, okay?
You're not.
115 bucks.
Dude, guys, I'm fucking scoring,
Let's get
striking out with this girl. All right. Whoa, wait! I didn't want to end that. What'd I do?
Yeah, talk to her.
Buy your drink. Buy your
Let's
drink.
try this again.
I think you obviously pressed the wrong button.
We're not playing this game till we lay it. Remember me?
Here.
I wonder if it'll be 15 bucks. Whoa, this is deja vu.
115 bucks.
How stupid is this chick? She doesn't remember this happening just a second ago.
Cool it, Paul. I'm talking to the lady.
Did I fuck it up again?
You fucked it up again. Have you ever
you're
picked
not
up a chick ever?
Yeah.
God!
Fuck. Sean, maybe you got it, all right?
Just tell me what to do.
Okay, you got this one.
So I don't pay for the drinks.
Okay, yeah.
Be kind of a dick, all right?
All right.
Chicks like it when you're a dick.
Mm-hmm. That's called giving her a
Cool
neg.
it, pal. I'm talking to the lady.
All right.
Now
Now
you
I'm learning.
establish dominance. That's the alpha man. He's like, look, yeah, you fuck off. What's he gonna do? He's not gonna hit you with that bat. Don't let him do this to you. Fucking hit the.
Am I gonna get raped?
This guy's the biggest cock blocker ever. Dungeons and Dragons nerd was semi into that.
Okay,
We got baseball bats and
that didn't go as planned.
I did better on my own, guys.
Here.
Get a picture.
I'm Sims, SCAT Team Commander. SCAT Mission 230. 5 teenage girls on their way to a weekend house party at the old Lakeshore Winery house of Mr. and Mrs. Victor Martin. And their 2 children, Jeff
So I played a lot of this game because I'd spent like $400 on my Sega CD, and I had to make sure I liked it. So I played a lot of this, and eventually I got a perfect score in Night Trap, which is really, really hard to do because you have to kill every single enemy in the game.
That's like knocking out Mike Tyson.
It's harder than knocking out Mike Tyson.
Wow.
And the bonus, if you do kill every single Og, as they're called, these evil zombies who are part of this house,
they love smoke.
you then get to kill Dana Plato at the end.
Seriously?
Seriously. That is your bonus. At the very end, you get to kill Dana Plato.
How does she die? The same way she died in real life? Overdose?
No, I think she falls down the stairs.
I was so afraid you decided not to come.
Oh, no way. I've been looking forward to this all week.
Sarah, this is beautiful by the lake. Really? It looks like a swamp. Hi, Megan.
I like their outfits.
Okay, Megan.
Oh, come on, everyone.
I mean, everybody has a favorite girl in Night Trap.
Sure.
And
these are your
Megan
from the shopping
is everybody's favorite girl.
I kind of like the mom on her.
The mom?
Fancy mom there, yeah.
Kind of like the young Colonel Sanders.
She's now doing.
I like the idiot.
She's now doing porn.
Ashley.
Good.
Really?
Good.
Now doing porn.
She's at the bus station.
Megan.
She's an amateur pornist.
Lisa.
Hi.
That Megan's your girl.
Brother Danny.
Danny's for me. I like him young and dudeish.
Oh.
See, what kind of sucks about Night Trap is if you want to watch these awesome scenes, you're missing enemies you could be killing.
Sure. So there's an Og running around right
Yeah,
now.
right now if you go like as a
How
kid,
do you know if there's an Og or not?
Well,
what's good
if
about
it
this?
loads like this.
Oh, shit!
Right.
He's fucking stealing your encyclopedia.
Oh, I missed him. Fuck. He tried to follow him, so he should go to the kitchen now. Right. All right. So you can try to
How
follow
do they not
people.
notice him?
Oh, there's an
there's
Og.
one.
There's an Og. Yeah! You got
Holy
you.
shit! Woo! That guy's fucking dead.
You're fucking the best Night Trap player I've ever seen.
Maybe he's over
He's
here.
like in the den.
Oh, the two. Get two at once.
Fuck. The access code changed? Shit. That's the other thing.
Shane,
that
you idiot!
We wouldn't even known you sucked if you hadn't told us.
Victor and I have to make a visit to the Augers tonight. A delivery, actually. I'm sure you and the boys...
I like how when there's people in the room, it suddenly becomes like a show with the camera following and zooming in. Otherwise, it's just like empty rooms.
I like how Shane has been training his whole life for this moment.
Hi, girls. Have fun.
Mom is kind of hot, though.
Yeah.
In a Golden Girls, Rue McClanahan kind of way.
Yeah, he's got that Rue McClanahan pantsuit.
There's something
He's
about
got a solar-powered space belt.
I like those control top panties.
They go all the way up.
Victor, you monster. Let's have the boys change the code.
Oh shit! He's looking through your shit. What do these monsters do?
Oh yeah! Boom! Oh no! That was convenient.
So, Sarah, we're in this huge house with all your friends. We have telephones, we have a car, your parents are
This is the song about the game, right?
This song is fantastic.
What's the first thing you think of?
Party!
Yes.
Megan's moves. Okay, this.
All right, boys. This is the part I was waiting for.
So,
ooh, don't be square, girl.
Specifically, pay attention to Megan's moves.
Yeah, those are good. Yeah, we're amused by this as well.
By the light of day, then at night you stick it in my wrong hole.
Oh wait, you can't skip this.
Well, of course. Yeah, why would you want to? Was this released on the soundtrack to the game?
Sadly, there was no soundtrack.
You better be my trap. They're gonna find you in my trap.
So how come I never go to these kind of parties?
It's a lot of work when you go to these kind of parties. Seriously, that woman will tear you apart. The big pink one.
Whoa.
See? Night trap.
This is my cousin, Tony.
I like my cousin. He is mute and retarded. Can I join you ladies in a shitty song?
That dude is pretty cool.
Is he an android? Is he like a sex robot?
I think someone's taking control of the system.
Look.
Quit watching
it was your
sex
job to
robots.
protect
There's
the
goddamn
child.
retarded zombies running all through this fucking house, and you haven't even pushed the fucking magical closet button yet to make them all go inside.
You're dismissed.
Yeah, the game punishes you. Yeah, see,
For playing the game?
Yeah.
We just lost?
Yeah. Yeah. But the good part is you can.
You lose if you watch that awesome video?
Yeah.
Why would they make it?
Because you gotta be.
I felt like we won.
No, because you have to be
Yeah.
catching Oggs the whole time.
I'm gonna have a hard on at least for 4 hours.
The bonus is you get to hear the song again.
Yeah.
When you get to